In this video, you are going to read and listen to a story in the past. Focus on the sentences in the past, highlighted in the story, and their pronunciation. Try to read and repeat what you hear. Also, answer the questions at the end of the video to test your comprehension. Last summer's trip. Hi, my name is Jake, and I want to tell you about my trip last summer. It was amazing. I went to Spain with my family. We stayed there for 2 weeks. It was my first time in another country, and I loved it. We flew to Madrid on July 10th. The flight was long, but I was very excited. When we arrived, the weather was very hot and sunny. We took a taxi to our hotel. The hotel was big and beautiful. Our room had a balcony, and we could see the city. At night, the view was fantastic because of all the city lights. I felt like I was in a movie. The next day, we visited a famous museum. I saw beautiful paintings by famous artists. My mum took a lot of pictures of the artwork. My dad bought a book about Spanish art. He loves history and wanted to learn more. After the museum, we ate lunch at a small restaurant. I tried paella for the first time. It was delicious. My sister ate a big sandwich with cheese and ham. She said it was the best sandwich ever. The waiter was very friendly and spoke a little English. He taught us some Spanish words, and we tried to say them. It was funny. On the third day, we went to the beach. The sea was blue, and the sand was soft. I swam in the water, and my sister built a big sand castle. She decorated it with small shells and seaweed. My parents relaxed on the beach. They sat under an umbrella and read books. We stayed there all day playing and having fun. In the evening, we watched the sunset. The sky turned orange, pink, and purple. It was very beautiful. We took many pictures to remember that moment. One day we visited a big castle. It was very old and had tall towers. We walked a lot and took many pictures. I felt like a prince in a fairy tale. Inside the castle, we saw old furniture and paintings of kings and queens. The guide told us interesting stories about the past. I imagined how people lived there a long time ago. It must have been amazing, but also very different from today. The stairs were narrow and high. We climbed to the top of the tower and saw a great view of the city. At night, we ate dinner in a restaurant near our hotel. I had pizza, and my parents ate seafood. My dad said the shrimp was very tasty. We talked and laughed a lot. My sister told a funny story, and we all laughed. After dinner, we walked around the city. The streets were full of lights, and musicians played music in the squares. It was magical. We saw a man making giant soap bubbles, and children ran to pop them. My mum bought ice cream, and we sat on a bench to enjoy it. The city felt so alive at night. On our last day, we went shopping. I bought a t-shirt with a picture of Madrid on it. I also got some souvenirs for my friends. My sister got a small Spanish doll with a red dress. My mum bought a pretty necklace made of silver. She said it would remind her of Spain. My dad bought a hat because the sun was very strong. We also visited a bakery and bought some traditional Spanish sweets. They were very tasty. Before going to the airport, we had lunch in a small cafe. I drank fresh orange juice, and my dad had a strong coffee. We talked about our favorite moments from the trip. My sister loved the beach, and my mom liked the castle. My favorite part was trying new food and seeing the sunset. We all agreed that the trip was amazing. Finally, it was time to go home. We packed our bags and took a taxi to the airport. I felt sad, but I was also happy because I had a great time. The flight back was good, and we arrived home safely. When we got home, I was very tired, but I wanted to tell my friends everything about the trip. I showed them the pictures and gave them the souvenirs. Last summer was wonderful. I want to travel again next year. Maybe I will visit Italy or France. I love traveling. There are so many beautiful places in the world, and I want to see them all. I can't wait for my next adventure.